Cats are visiting the veterinarian about half as often as dogs, according to the American Humane Society. And these routine checkups could be the difference between catching a health problem early on or not. Joining us this morning is Dr. Lanier Munoz from Boulevard Veterinary Clinic. Thanks for joining us, Doctor. Appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
And who do I have in my hands here?
His name is Handstand.
His name is Handstand. This is
Yes.
Handstand. He is available for adoption, by the way. Hello. But you have to adopt him and his brother, because they're a matched pair.
Yes.
I like this little thing that he has going on in his nose here, by the way.
Yeah, his brother is almost an identical twin. Yep. They're very
He's purring
sweet.
right now. He's doing all right.
He just wants to be loved.
Yeah, he's
all
a
he
cuddle
wants.
kitty.
Yeah,
So,
he
Doctor,
is.
let's talk about this, because I have both a cat and a dog at home. And you're right, because, well, not only does my cat have extreme anxiety going in the car, and we have some accidents sometimes when we're in the crate.
Yeah.
But, you know, cats hide not feeling well much
right.
better than dogs.
That's right. They really do. Yeah. If you think about it, they're natural predators, and so they do not want to show that they're uncomfortable ever, just instinctively. So yeah, they will may be uncomfortable for a long time, and the pet owner may not ever know. So it's best just to take them in for their annual checkups and get those preventative visits.
Look at that. Look, we need to get you a new
Yeah.
home. So you need to look at the camera.
Exactly.
You look at that camera, kiddo. When we're talking about getting the regular exams, are we talking about yearly? Are we talking about more than that? What are we
Yearly is
talking-
recommended because
Okay.
we don't want to miss anything. And even though some vaccines are good for 3 years, multiple years, and some people think, oh, I don't have to bring them in until every few years. But annual exams can catch things like, what if my pet's getting obese, for example? What if I'm getting some dental disease built up? We can often catch parasites too. We can see, fleas. We can, make sure that they're up to date with everything that they need.
A lot of times people will get cats because they're a little bit less maintenance than dogs. They're a little less needy unless you're my cat, in which case, very needy. When you're talking about getting your cat out and about, if they are solitary creatures and they like to have their space, how do we do that?
Yeah, excellent question. And something that I try to tell a lot of my clients about is one of the key things, especially when you first adopt a cat, is to get them truly acclimated to this carrier as though it was part of the furniture in the house. So you get the carrier, you put it in the living room, kitten comes out, explores it, you put some nice soft things in there, you might spray it with some pheromones, you might put some catnip in there, just make it an inviting extra space in the house. That way, when the time comes, they might be taking a nap in there and you can close the carrier and take them to the vet. But it's a good idea to actually do some trial runs first.
Okay.
Get them in the carrier,
Get them in
drive
the car.
around. Yeah, get them
Okay.
in the car, get them used to being out of the house, which most cats really, they're inside their homes 24 hours a day. So it's a lot for them to leave their homes, even the one time a year.
Yeah. Talk about the need, the cost, because I think that is sometimes a hindrance for owners.
Yeah.
Because you go in and you're thinking, oh, a checkup, and next thing you know, you're shelling out hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, it's good to ask a lot of questions when you go to your vet. We at Boulevard are very transparent about everything that we recommend. We tell you the cost. And things that are necessary, like if it's an emergency visit, that's one thing. So we're going to lay out the cost for that. But we make recommendations. People can choose what they like to do. But vet care is definitely something that people need to take in mind when adopting a pet. Health insurance for pets is a huge newer thing that we're seeing more pets with. Pet insurance, which is fantastic.
Pet insurance is amazing.
Yeah, it really helps.
Especially with an ER visit. All right, Doctor, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Oh, now you want to go. Buddy. Hey, you can schedule an appointment at, is it Boulevard or blvd.com? That's where you go, blvd.vet.
And we're at Boulevard Cat, so it's BLVD Cat.
Cat. All right. You got a little treat for doing such a good job, buddy?
Yes.
Good job, Hansen. And where can people find Hansen and his brother for adoption?
At the Chicago Catcade at 624 West Belmont.
All right. We'll get you a new home soon enough.
Definitely.
All right.